I'm Fred Bone, and today we cook with NFL great Heisman Trophy winner Herschel Walker. Some great Southern down-home cooking next.
Recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Dover Downs Hotel and Casino, Dover Downs is cooking.
Well, welcome to Dover Downs is Cooking, folks, and tonight we have a great guest, and he's a successful businessman, a Heisman Trophy winner, and an Olympic bobsledder, if you can believe that, Mr. Herschel Walker.
Hello.
Hi, Herschel.
Hello there.
Welcome aboard.
How y'all doing? So, y'all are ready to eat some of the best cooking out there. I'm here with Chef Fred, and I'm going to show y'all that a Southern boy can cook. You know, your mother never think they'll ever get married, so she teach them to cook.
Today we're going to be doing Delmarva-style foods, and everybody knows that means chicken. We're going to do some wings. I understand you have your own line of wings, Herschel.
Well, you know, it's funny. I have some recipes that my mother gave me, so I'm the only one that sell it. If anyone else has it, I'm going to have to sue my mother because she told me she gave them to me, and they're my recipes now. But I have a breaded chicken wing, and we're going to do a chili. I think a chili pepper chicken wing.
We're going to do two kinds. We're going to do hot wings and chili pepper wings. Or we're going to use some of Chef Mike's seasoning. We always like to season the flour before we start frying our wings.
Now, can they buy Chef Mike's seasoning?
Yes, they can.
Okay, you guys,
It's available here at Dover
you can
Downs.
buy Chef Mike's seasoning.
So we're seasoning the flour. We're going to put in the chicken wings.
All right. Now, what can I start doing?
Well, how about making the sauce?
I'm going to make sauce.
You want to make the sauce while I fry the chicken wings?
Yes.
We're going to make two kinds of sauces. Now, everybody has their own kind of hot sauce, their favorite recipe. That's good, just a little bit of that. We're going to make something a little different today. We're going to make a chili wing sauce. So we're going to start with some fresh ginger, and we're just going to give that a minute in there to get all the flavor out of it. As soon as it starts to turn a little brown, we'll know it's done, okay?
This is hot.
That is hot.
Now, how many of you guys seen a football player that can cook? Or that good looking as I am.
Okay, next we're going to put in our chili powder. About 2 tablespoons of chili powder. A little lemon juice.
Now, there's a chef I've seen that have his hands and everything. That's not good to do.
Well, you should always keep your hands clean and washed.
See, I was going to use my apron and do this a lot.
Well, we'll get you a towel.
Okay. That make me look professional.
Okay. So I have my own hot sauce here that I make up. And how many people think they got a great hot sauce at home? Yeah? Herschel's got his brand of hot sauce that he sells to us commercially. And this is it. I make mine at home with a little barbecue sauce in it. You know, a little bit of hot sauce, a little butter, a little honey. Everybody with that? We got honey and hot sauce. And this is our chili sauce.
I got to tell you that everyone think that baby is the prettiest no matter how ugly the child may be.
Well, I'll tell you what, Herschel, we cheated a little bit here. We put some of your steamed wings in the oven, and we've got them all. This is a great product because it's easy to do. You don't have to go through the frying section. So you just want to take them and put them in the oven. So we're going to do a little dish up now. We've got the hot sauce with the barbecue and the hot sauce and the butter and the honey. Okay,
and the steamed wing now is a pre-cooked wing. The steamed wing is just steamed. And it's already cooked, so you can put it. You can either deep fry it or put it in the oven. That's a good-looking wing, isn't it?
It's a lot of meat on it, and they actually steam them in chicken broth, so actually adds a lot of flavor to it. Okay, we ready with that sauce there? Looks done. Bring it over here. Let's put them in there. And so that's it. This recipe is available at our website at doverdownsiscooking.com. Chili chicken wings and hot chicken wings, and we're going to serve these with our traditional favorites, which would be, anybody know? Blue cheese and celery. So we're just going to drizzle a little blue cheese on top, just like that. All right, we got the celery wings in there.
You always got to make it look pretty, right?
Always. I got some chopped fresh herbs, going to put it on the top for a little, Pam, and that's it. Chili chicken wings and buffalo wings. And we'll be right back after this, and we're going to cook some pecan chicken, put it on top of a salad. I know you like Salads?
Yes, I only eat one meal a day. I eat a lot of salad, so I'm going to.
A lot of salad. So we're going to make a pecan-crusted chicken. We'll be right back.
Action, thrills, jackpots, drama, payouts. Enjoy the excitement of year-round thoroughbred and harness racing action at the Dover Downs Simulcast Club. There's plenty of room with more than 100 easy-to-use TV racing monitors. We'll even hook you up with your own personal wagering terminal. Just a step away, you can celebrate that big win in real Dover Downs style. Enjoy comfort, convenience, and year-round simulcast fun at Dover Downs.
Tom Peasy, welcome back to Dover Downs is Cooking. I'm cooking with Herschel Walker, and today we're making Delmarva dishes. So our second dish here is going to be a pecan-crusted chicken breast over a salad with a walnut maple vinaigrette. Sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds great. Now, do you say pecan or pecan?
Pecan, right? You
Pecan?
from Georgia?
I'm from Georgia, so pecan.
And they're big out there in Georgia, right? You're going to start with the dressing. You got your whisk.
Whisk?
Where's that at? I just stole it.
I just found out this was a whisk. I thought it was a beater.
Okay, you're going to start with some maple syrup. I'm going to bread up our chicken tenders. We're going to do a basic breading station here, which is a seasoned flour, okay, and then we have an egg wash, which is milk and egg, and then we progress on to the breadcrumbs. Now, I have here just chopped pecans and an equal amount of panko breadcrumbs, sometimes known as Japanese breadcrumbs. If you can't find that, you can use any kind of breadcrumb you want. This is just white breadcrumbs. So if you want, you can oven dry some white bread and crush it up. So we're going to put this in the Robocool just for a quick spin with a food processor. What you got there next, Herschel?
I have barbecue sauce. This is Herschel's famous barbecue sauce.
Oh,
you know,
that's
my
good.
barbecue sauce I made myself. And remember that what I said about the baby? So it's the best barbecue sauce in the world.
What's that?
This is vinegar.
Okay, sherry vinegar.
Sherry vinegar.
Sherry vinegar. So you got all the ingredients here. We're just going to a little pinch of salt and pepper in there. So these look pretty good, huh?
Now, that is the professional way of telling what you have is to smell it. The nose is very, can tell you what you got.
Nose.
So if you don't like it, don't eat it.
I've got my chicken that just regular strips that I've cut up. You can buy them in the store. You can get the chicken strips, or you can just get a chicken breast and cut it up yourself into the flour. Make sure we shake it off. Now we're going to keep one wet hand and one dry hand. Put it in the breadcrumb mixture, 50% pecans and 50% breadcrumbs. Then we're going to put them in the fryer, and then we're going to dress our salad. We're going to be done here in a flash. This is something you can make in just a few minutes.
So for all the husbands out there that want to cook for their wives, this is something you can make in a few minutes.
This is pretty easy.
Because you guys don't want to work too hard or doing too much around the house.
So what kind of foods did you eat growing up, Herschel?
Well, I'm from Georgia. I ate black-eyed peas and butter beans and everything, and now I don't eat that. My mother think I lost my mind. Well, they told me when you become a professional athlete, you got to eat better. And what they mean by eating better is eat stuff that tastes like cardboard.
Well, you stay in pretty good shape. What's your exercise regimen?
Well, I'm still doing, I do about 3,500 sit-ups a day, about 1,500 push-ups.
Ooh, 3,500
Well, I don't lift
sit-ups.
weights. I don't do any weights because I couldn't afford weights when I was growing up, so I just do push-ups and sit-ups.
I don't think I could do 35.
Yeah. Well, we can work on that.
All right, we'll work together.
See, now his apron is dirty. See, I need to do that. Where is the flour?
You got to get a little flour on your apron? He's going to be my apprentice.
Yeah. You know, that makes you look like I was doing something.
All right. What I've got here is just some spring greens, okay? And we're going to dress them up a little bit. We're going to add a little tomato to this. They've been marinated in a little oil and garlic and herbs. Okay, how about a little dressing on there, Herschel? Here you go.
Oh, I was going to use my whisk.
He fell in love with the whisk. Don't be shy now. Put a little extra on there.
Now, the extra dressing is for those people that just love to eat.
Now,
I love salad with their dressing.
This is a low-fat dressing because we're using 90% vegetable oil and 10% olive oil on this one.
That's enough. That's enough. It looks good for the camera.
How's it smelling?
Oh, delicious. See, the smell is the key. I'm telling you, the smell is the key.
So we're just going to put these on a little bit of a paper towel here to drain them off for just a minute. They're just about done. It take about 8 to 10 minutes in the fryer. You can also just spray these if you're looking to save a little fat there too. Just spray them with some vegetable spray and put them in the oven. So.
And you see the way putting all the dressing up there made the salad shine. So on television it looks great. So I was doing something that was good, right?
Good. We're just going to hit this with a little fresh herbs on top. And there you have it, pecan-crusted chicken tenders with maple dressing. And we'll be right back with another great dish.
Get out of the recliner. Get out of the grandstand. Get into an authentic NASCAR race car and get ready to experience the world's fastest 1-mile super speedway. Call Monster Racing at 1-800-GO-TO-WIN and reserve your ride or drive today. The season's beginning. Dates are filling fast. Don't be left out. Call now so you can say, I tamed the monster mile. And I did it in an authentic NASCAR race car with Monster Racing.
Next thing we're going to talk about here is not really the Del Marva dish, but I know it's due to your heart.
Southern dish.
Southern dish, barbecue ribs. We got a really special recipe for you tonight. Herschel, I know you got your own line of ribs.
Yeah, you know, I got my own cooked rib. You know, I do a rib that's already pre-cooked. It's just got seasoning on it. There's no sauce. Like I said about the baby, everyone want to put their own sauce on it. So I do a rib that only takes a few minutes in the oven, so it's already pre-cooked. Not a lot of work. I don't like to work too hard, so I want my stuff almost done. But
Well,
we're going to work a little bit here.
we're going to work a little bit. We're going to talk about smoking, and we're going to make a blackberry glaze. How does that sound?
Now tell them about smoking, because I picked this up. This is a little wet. Now you want to wet your hickory?
We got hickory, that's right.
Yes.
We got hickory, and we soaked it overnight. And we'll talk a little bit about smoking. You can smoke your ribs in your barbecue grill at home. All you need to do is get a pan like this. You got to soak your wood overnight, take it out, drain it off, put it in a pan like this, lift the grate up, put it down there, and light it up. Now you can cook directly over the wood, or you can cook on the other side of the wood from where the grill is. And in about an hour to an hour and a half, you're going to have some great ribs. Smoky, just leave that lid closed about 350 degrees. Today we're going to bake our ribs in the oven. We got to start with this spicy blackberry sauce. You want to take that away, Herschel?
I'm going to make the sauce. You see, we got true blackberries. In South Georgia, I can go out and pick these out of my mother's yard. You can get this out of the yard.
Not your mother's.
Okay. Oh, that's good, because my father wouldn't have been too happy with that.
Anybody out there like blackberries? Oh, this is going to be great. Okay, we got a little ginger.
Ginger.
Okay. And I'm going to start on the ribs.
I tell you what, we love ginger around here.
That's going to add the spice.
And you see the way I use the whisk. I made sure I got everything out of the bowl. Use up everything. Honey.
Honey, got to like that, half a cup.
Half a cup.
In the meantime, you see I scored the back of my ribs, okay, to let a little more flavor in. And I've got St. Louis style ribs here, and there's a lot of different style ribs out there. I like the St. Louis prepared style. They come with the deckle meat off.
You think I'm burning it, but I'm not. It's the blackberry that's coming up from the steam. And I'm put a little ginger.
How's that smelling out there? We're gonna stop that right now.
Yeah.
Little balsamic vinegar, and then we got 4 ounces of ketchup.
See, you guys thought I was making a mess, but I was getting it on. I was getting my groove on.
You gotta have that. Gotta have that. Is that smelling good out there? I got here my Dover Down spice rub, okay? This is spice rub. It contains about 9 different ingredients. Brown sugar, granulated sugar, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, a couple of things I can't tell you. It's a secret recipe. We're gonna put them right on the in the oven. We're gonna cook them at about 325 for about an hour and a half. How's that coming, Herschel?
Now this smell, you can drink this. Oh, no, I don't drink, so I was just saying if you wanted to drink it, not myself. I was just saying if you guys wanted to drink.
Now you're going to let that cook about 10 minutes. Then we're going to strain it out. I've already got some here already prepared, along with some of Herschel's famous barbecue sauce.
You know, you hear them over here saying, see, they were taught, and if it smell bad, still say, make sure it smells. You know, this is television. You got to make sure it smells good.
Just like Herschel said, the magic of television, wow, didn't that hour and a half go by fast? Here we have Herschel's rib, which comes fully cooked. and it's a great product. We're featuring on our buffet now. So we're going to brush that with Herschel's rib with Herschel's barbecue sauce, and we're going to take this Dover Downs rib with the rub on it and put the blackberry sauce on there.
Now, your sauce look better than my sauce. Why is that?
Well, I'm a chef.
Oh, I forgot. This is his show. His sauce still look better than my sauce.
We're just going to put them back in the oven for another 5 minutes.
And as he was saying, you only let my sauce cook for 10 minutes?
10 minutes. Till it's nice and thick, then we're going to strain it out.
Okay.
And those ribs will be done when we'll be back.
You gotta pay for that.
Hey, that's me.
We know. What were you thinking?
It says free. I thought it was a giveaway.
Well, if they gave it away, how could they make a profit?
Volume. You don't know much about the retail business, do you? Now, what was I supposed to think?
Maybe that it's free of sugar, free of calories, free of carbs, free of caffeine.
I don't think so.
It says free. It just doesn't taste free. Sierra Mist free.
Give me that.
Hey, get your own. They're free.
They're not free.
Tom Peasy. Well, Herschel, I think our ribs are ready. I'm going to go check them in the oven, then we're going to try them out. We're going to plate this up and look pretty. Herschel, why don't you reach down into my garden down there, pick some greens out, put them in the middle of the plate.
Some greens.
There you go.
You know, you got to make it look presentable.
That's right. Blackberry glazed ribs and Herschel Walker's ribs.
Now, can I taste?
You're going to taste.
Now,
Go ahead.
I'm
Which
gonna
one are
have
you
a
going to try?
taste as well.
Well, I'm going to try yours, you try mine. Okay.
This
So
is
good and tender. How do you do that?
No, it's the smoking.
Wow.
That sauce is very good.
You like that?
That you're missing out on the sauce.
We're going to come right back, and we're going to make another Delmarva chicken dish, chicken marsala, okay? But we got a nice recipe for that, and we'll be right back after this. Dover Downs is cooking.
Action, thrills, jackpots, drama, payouts. Enjoy the excitement of year-round thoroughbred and harness racing action at the Dover Downs Simulcast Club. There's plenty of room with more than 100 easy-to-use TV racing monitors. We'll even hook you up with your own personal wagering terminal. Just a step away, you can celebrate that big win in real Dover Downs style. Enjoy comfort, convenience, and year-round simulcast fun at Dover Downs.
Welcome back to Dover Downs is Cooking. Running back, businessman, Olympic bobsledder, Herschel Walker, cooking with me, Delmarva food. How about it? How about a hand for Tom Peasy? We're doing chicken dishes today. We've got another great one. We've got chicken marsala, a classic. This one is a fabulous recipe. You're going to love this. We're going to put it up on our website for everybody to get it. All right, we're going to start off with some chicken breast. What else? There's more chicken here in Delmarva than anywhere else in the world. So we'll start with a little olive oil. How about that?
Olive oil?
Olive oil. Just give me a little bit in there, and we're going to start sauteing.
Now, there's a story behind marsalas.
There is a story.
Yes? So I'm going to let you tell it since I don't know it.
Okay. Fortified wines. We have marsala, vermouth, sherry, all those kinds of wines. Well, they were made in Roman times where they added brandy to the wine, but really came back in the 1700s. When they were shipping wine across the ocean, the great temperature variances, the boat being tossed around in the sea, the wines were spoiled by the time they got to the other side. So what they found was if they put a little brandy in each bottle of wine, then it would stay good until it got to the other side. So that's where marsala came from. This particular wine, marsala, was on the west coast of Sicily and came from Italy. We all know marsala is an Italian dish, so a little information
That's
for everyone.
something you can use in Trivia Pursuit. Now, I'm going to tell you something you can use in Trivia Pursuit because I know this. A Rottweiler dog didn't come from Germany. He came from Italy.
Okay, we're going to use the same pan to saute everything else that we did the chicken. We're just going to put this chicken in the oven, make sure it gets done the rest of the way.
So can I do this?
Not yet with the butter.
Not the butter.
Not the butter yet. We're going to use a little shallots and garlic that I
need it with?
chopped up. You can use a whisk, sure. You got one? Where's
use
it
a
at?
fork.
Where's your
I'll
whisk?
use a fork. I seen my mother do this.
Got your whisk. Okay, we got some beautiful wild mushrooms. This is an oyster mushroom. I don't know if you can see that, everybody. Oyster mushrooms, delicious. We have some cremini mushrooms, which are baby portobellos. Okay, and we've also got some shiitake mushrooms in here, sliced. So we're just going to put a few of them in the pan. We're going to get them going.
And for all you people that are cheap, these are not from the yard mushrooms. So do not get mushroom from the yard.
Do not get mushrooms from the yard. Herschel, you're smarter than you say you are.
Yeah, I'm smarter than I look, guys.
We're going to put a little Chef Mike's magic spice in this, because you know that's good.
That you can buy when you're leaving at the door.
A little bit of chopped parsley, okay? A little bit of chopped herbs. And what I have in here is about 75% rosemary and 25% thyme. Fresh. You can use dried at home. That's easier for you. Think we're ready for some wine?
A little bit of marsala.
A little bit of marsala. A little more marsala.
And for you alcoholics, a little bit more marsala.
A little bit more marsala.
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to taste good.
And this is when you're watching a football game and your team is losing. A little bit more.
Where's that fork? You got that fork over there? I'm going to do a little trick. We have a little beef base here. Okay, that's going to go in. Okay, just a little beef base. Now, some people use chicken base. Some people use a combination of chicken and beef. My personal preference, just beef base on chicken marsala. So I have here some softened butter. And I'm going to make a beurre meunier, which is an old French trick on how to thicken things. It's basically just a roux you take and you add it at the last minute. So as soon as that's boiling, we're going to put this in there. We're going to thicken that up with a little butter and flour. Of course, if you're looking to cut calories, you know, you can also use some vegetable oil and mix it with some flour at the end.
This smells good.
Smells good. We're getting ready to get our chicken breast out of the oven. Put that in there.
So you want to just let it sit?
We're just going to cook it up a little bit. We're going to get our dish ready. What I have here, my secret garden, a little bit of upland cress.
Now, have y'all learned since we've been doing this, why do you put green on the plate? To make it look good.
It's pretty. It's also good for you.
Yes.
We need a little more parsley in there, just for color. And we're all ready to go. There you have it. Chicken marsala a la Herschel. And we'll be right back with crepe Suzette. Welcome back to Dover Downs is Cooking with Herschel Walker, famous running back. Today we've done Delmarva dishes. We're going to finish it off with a great dessert here, crepes Suzette. Originally this dish came from Russia. The story goes, the Russian Tsar in the 1800s was looking to impress a princess from another country, and he asked the chef to whip something up, and this is what he came up with. So we're going to start the sauce. Herschel, you've been my sauce man all day. What do you say? What do we got?
Now, this is orange juice.
Orange juice.
So it
One cup.
It does a body good. Is that orange juice or milk? It doesn't matter. I'm using orange juice.
Okay.
A little sugar.
Yeah, about half a cup of sugar. That'll make it sweet. We have some fresh orange segments here. This is the segments from about 3 oranges.
Yes. Now, I don't have my whisk.
Where's your whisk? Julian, with the whisk, everybody. All right, a hand for Julian. There you go. You got the whisk. Now we've got to be a secret ingredient here. What do you think that is? Booze. Oh, who said that? Buy that lady a drink. Not only booze, but Grand Marnier, okay?
Now, is that expensive booze?
We got a 1/4 cup of that. A little bit expensive, yeah. And right now, for a little extra added flavor, some of the zest from the orange before you squeeze them. In that meantime, I'm going to make the crepe batter. Now, a lot of people are afraid of crepe batter. They don't know what crepes are. Crepes are thin pancakes. Easy to make. Here we have 2 cups of flour. Okay. 3 eggs. Okay, we have 1 cup of milk and a half cup of butter and 1/4 cup of sugar. And that's all there is to it. Pinch of salt. We're going to mix this up until it's nice and smooth, okay? It should be like a thin pancake batter. And if it comes out a little too thick, you just add a little more milk.
And if you don't have a whisk, you can use a beater.
Now, the secret to crepe batter is you want to let it rest for about a half an hour at room temperature. That gets all the air bubbles out of it. Okay, so we're going to switch over. I'm just going to use a little bit of vegetable oil just to run over my pots here, make sure they're hot. Just about 2 ounces of batter. Make a nice crepe. The technique here is to take the crepe batter, not too much, tilt the pan all the way around until all the crepe batter doesn't move anymore. That's one. Going to do the same thing here. We'll run that crepe batter all the way around. Just going to flip it over for a second.
Now, how long should you let this cook?
This is going to cook about 2-3 minutes, just until it reduces down a little bit, gets a little syrupy. In fact, that doesn't look syrupy enough, so we're going to add a little more sugar in it. Okay, we're going to take the crepe, and we're going to fold it in 4. We're going to put it in the sauce. And you can make these ahead of time. Just warm them up in the oven on a plate covered for a couple minutes. You can make them up a couple of days in advance. Just wrap them up in plastic. I think something's done in the oven there, Herschel.
Oh, something is done in the oven? So I get to investigate that?
I think it might be the ribs.
Oh, we're cooking other ribs? Now I need, you ever heard that I always need something? You know, I'm always asking for something.
A whisk.
Well, whisk may not help me here. And you notice how I pick this up like this here. That was very good the way I did this. You can tell I know what I'm doing. But it got hot it got kind of warm as I got closer over there. Now this is the cleanest oven I've ever seen in my life. And if your oven is this clean, I can tell you don't cook.
So that's all there is to crepe Suzette. We make 2 crepes for every person. You can serve this with a little vanilla ice cream, a little lemon zest on top. Mystery solved. I want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank our special guest, Herschel Walker.
Thank you.
Delmarva Foods, Tom Peasy, and don't miss our next show. Join us next week on Dover Downs' Cooking with NASCAR great Sterling Marlin and some great race tailgating foods.
Thank you.